It feels like it's about that time to start the comedy night. What do you guys think? Oh, Monday nights. You do this every single time, right? Every single time we do this, we show up on Monday night, I say, who's ready for comedy? Gets a smattering of applause. You guys want to pull it from me? You guys want me to do the full intro? Well, I won't disappoint. Ladies and gentlemen, you just found the coolest thing going on Monday night on Maui. Are you ready for some comedy? Make some noise! I knew you had it in you. Some of you called sinners to be here. I appreciate that kind of resolve. Welcome to the Comedy Simulator. Who didn't know that they're here for comedy? Shocking, surprising for a few of us. I do apologize. It is comedy night. You guys came on a doozy of a night too. Every week we have a theme. It's called the Comedy Simulator for a very specific reason. It's not a real comedy show. This is a simulated comedy experience. Do you know what that means? You're not real audience, we're not real comedians. Do you know what that means? Nobody's charging you money, so lower your expectations. That's what all that means. This is a comedy show. Some of us are going to be very funny tonight. Some of us are going to be bad. It's a part of the comedy experience. We are indulging in the simulation. You're going to pretend like we're the best comics of the night. We're going to pretend like you're the best audience we've ever seen. And we're going to fake it till we make it. That's how this works every Monday night. That's right. Welcome to the Comedy Simulator. Tonight's theme, it's President's Day. It only feels natural to make the theme presidential humor, so that's comedy about the power that be. Trigger warning, right? Some of us have very strong, deep-rooted beliefs in the political system. I think it's important for us to all acknowledge that none of it's working. As comedians, I think we can enjoy the problems that are to the left and to the right. Tonight's theme is presidential jokes. You can make jokes at the president in power, the ones previously in power, the ones in future power. You can draw stark comparisons. We won't censor freedom of speech here this evening. But with that, I'm going to need the understanding from the audience that this is going to be possibly testing some of our boundaries in terms of what we call comedy and how we feel about our political system currently. This used to be no big deal, but right now it's a little bit of a hot button. So just know that we're doing this in the attempt to be funny. Is everybody under that understanding? We're good. All right. That just was recorded, so if you act like a little baby, I have it on recording. No, we are a live stream show. We're on the Comedy Simulator on YouTube, at Comedy Simulator. If you want to follow us for the future, if you're not here, you can watch it there. Best audience member of the night tonight wins a free bottle of High Spice hot sauce. Handcrafted, locally grown, locally made. I can tell you it's handcrafted because it's my hands that craft it. It's my day job, baby. If you want my hands in your mouth, this is how you get it. No, I'm just joking. Also, comedian of the night. Comedian of the night will be splitting the tips with me. So you get a little incentive to be funny, comedians. You want to be sharp, you want to be potent with your material, that's great. Be funny, you can make some money. That's how we do things around here. If somebody's awful and everybody agrees, we can ask them to wear the bomb beanie. When somebody bombs in comedy, it's a bad set, they say they bombed, well this is proof. If somebody bombs and everybody unanimously agrees, they can wear the bomb beanie. And this is not meant to make fun of you. If you see somebody wearing this, buy them a drink. Follow them on Instagram. Be a part of their climb, not a part of their fall. All right, are we ready to begin? We're ready to begin the Comedy Simulator. I'm going to start with the first set, begin simulation. So I love when people talk about the worst president on the planet as if they can know. They were the worst president in the United States history. It's like, do you know your history? Do you know how bad presidents were? Do you know how bad President Harrison was, 1890? Do you guys know President Harrison? Crashed the economy? Ran away before he even get charged? How did he crash it? The McKinley what? Tariffs. All right. That's how the economy first crashed in the first time. It was inherited by the next president, and the downfall began.
Yes, sir.
William Taft.
Oh.
People love Taft. He was a great president. Not very good discipline, man. He was stuck in a bathtub for 18 hours. Not a lot of presidenting going on when you're stuck in a bathtub for 18 hours.
That's funny. That's funny, though.
Okay, thank you very much. He had the bathtub removed from the White House and replaced it with a 4-man tub that he called his personal single-person tub. And you know, and it was there for like 200 years, 150 years before they took it out. Which, I know, that's not, that math's bad. It's like 60 years. But you know JFK was just having foursomes in that big-ass tub, right? Just
Hell yeah.
good president, bad president, we didn't have long enough to know. What about President Warren? President Warren was elected, underqualified, was a celebrity at the time. He replaced all the people in power with, he called his Ohio players, people who he reinstated into the Veterans Affairs, who stripped out of money and took it from wounded veterans and took it for their friends to party with. And he left the country before the problems came down. Are we seeing a pattern with bad presidents here? I have a natural inclination to make fun of power. I'm gonna say this, and I've said it for a long time. I've been an anarchist since the 90s. I'm not one of these new wave anarchists that don't understand what anarchy means. I just believe that I'm a part of the restructure. I don't believe I'm a part of the final product. I believe I'm a part of the change. I'm not a part of the rebuilding. That's the youth, right? That's your guys' job. We'll fuck it up, you clean it up. That's how this works. So when people, the funny thing is, the only time anybody's ever taken me seriously about me being an anarchist was now, and when punk rock music was cool. And that's a problem, guys. That's a problem, because last time I was 15 and people were like, that sounds like a perfectly good reason to be anarchist. Yeah, you don't want to be like me, but we need people like me right now, right? I feel like, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know, how do you guys feel? Does everybody show us the way? All right, let's paint ourselves in tiger stripes and free the animals at the zoo. No, I don't know. I do have mental illness. Before you follow me, you should know this. I feel like I should be clear. First of all, thank you, Alexis, for bringing chocolate for the comics. If you're a comic on the list, you can have a piece of chocolate. Yeah, no, I do have some mental illness. I thought I had autism. I thought I got to be a part of this autism wave because I really want to be. I'm not gonna lie, autism's hot right now. It's the hottest illness, like Tourette's and autism. Those are like the hot. The problems this Christmas, like that's the ones we want, right? We want to be like, wind it up, Buttercup. We want to all do that, but we can't. Right? I have ADHD that masks as autism. That's what I was told. Like, you don't have autism, you have ADHD that masks as autism. And I was like, what does that mean, masks? And I thought about the word masks. You hear that? Masks. SKS. What the hell is that? Are we in France? Why are we saying it's going and then I'm like, oh, that's the masking of autism. That's what that is. Anybody making that sound right now, you are on the spectrum as well. Welcome. You are either on the autism spectrum or you're Japanese, which means you are on the autism spectrum. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't know? Japan is the most autistic country on the planet. They love trains, the bentos separate their food, and they don't make eye contact. Have you been? All right, you guys ready to start this mic? Let's get it going. Who's number one on the list tonight? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, with his hot new haircut, he looks like he's the opening pitcher for the Mets. Give it up for John Calle.
I'm back, bitches. I just got this haircut about a week ago in Arizona after my barber was murdered. Immediately, I also coincidentally stopped drinking, stopped smoking, stopped doing nicotine, and I applied for ICE. I need that 50K. It's a nice sign-on bonus. I have a couple of jokes about presidents, but I want to talk about something that's been really bothering me. I saw a couple of articles pop up. I follow Donald Trump Jr. on Twitter. That's also a new thing since I got the haircut. He tweeted something that was like, I don't know if it's like, do you guys know what rage bait is? He tweeted something that said, 2026, year of the hard R. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Who just laughed over there? It sounded like a evil supervillain for a second. Thank you. Thank you. Fuck, man. My roommate is 5 years old, and and he came to me the other day while I was sitting on the couch, and he asked me, "Uncle, have you ever had a wet fart?" He's 6 years old, 5.5. Have you ever had a wet fart? I was like, "The fuck? Sure, buddy, I have." And he's like, "Yeah, they stink." And he's like, and everybody knows I have the stinkiest farts. And he's like, "If you have a wet fart, you know it's called a shark." And I'm like, "You're 5 years old. Who's teaching you these things? And why did you say that like Donald Trump? I have the stinkiest farts. Everybody knows. I let out a wet one. They're the worst. Clears the room." Sorry for that bad impression. Let's talk about our first president, George.
Yeah.
George, you know, I feel like everybody learned these like little factoids about George. He had wooden teeth. He chopped down a cherry tree and said, "I cannot tell a lie." Those aren't true. He didn't have wooden teeth, and he never chopped down that cherry tree and said that shit. Some other guy wrote it like 20 years after his death, and now we all believe it, kind of like other old books that are just filled with stories disguised as history, folklore disguised as history. Could you imagine having, do you know what his teeth were actually made out of? No, because you thought it was wood. His teeth were made out of hippopotamus ivory, horse teeth, brass screws, and gold wire. He was the first guy to have a grill in America, dude. He really was. He was. George Washington, when he was elected president, only had one tooth. My favorite comedian said, "You should never trust a man with one tooth because he can't even start an apple." Now, George is important. I love that guy. Bush. Oh my God, you guys. My name is John Kaye. Thank you for Chino running the Comedy Simulator.
And thank you to John Kaye. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. His hair is too long and his shorts are too short. We love him for it. We love him for it. All right. Did you know people wanted George Washington to do a third term? He did 2 terms of presidency. And they're like, "Do a third term." And he's like, "No." And they're like, "Be our king." He's like, "That's what we fought against." Some people just want to be led. All right. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the open mic on Tuesdays in Kihei. You got your revive in Kihei. If you don't have enough open mic comedy on Monday, you can get on Tuesday. Give it up for Mr. Morgan.
Thank you, Tito. Aloha, everybody. You too, little one. Woo! There's once upon a time, there was a king who was 12 inches tall. He made a really shitty king, but he was a pretty good ruler. I don't know. I went to school actually for magic tricks, magician school that is, and I got all the way through the 4 semesters. I was about to get the certificate, but I failed the final exam because of all the trick questions. You can't get ahead. I crashed my bike, scraped my knee in 1983, and we didn't have the internet then, so I'm telling you all now. Sorry, I just had to get that out there because not enough people know. I'm still looking for the negative of the photo that was taken back in the day. Remember back in the day when people would like, one person would bring a camera to the bar. And be like, "Yeah, hey everybody, check it out. Yeah, no, Tom, he brought his camera. We're gonna do a photo. Come on, let's all get together." All right. No, wait, somebody didn't get in there. Wait, how are we gonna get it with you in there? I don't know, it's one of those throwaway cameras. You can't, Man, those were the days. I mean, because nowadays you look at your phone, you just got too much information. Too much information out there. You know, like, especially when it comes to presidents. what's his name? And we just know too much about this guy. I mean, he's shitting his pants in the Oval Office. All right, everybody out, thank you. All right, okay, time to go. Yeah, time to go. The segue was about that sharding joke there, John Kaye. So the orange guy shits his pants. I'm sorry, are there any off-duty ICE agents in here? They're never around when you need them. But, you know, it's interesting though, because we haven't had a global terrorist threat in a minute, you know. It's been like, if there was one, they didn't tell us, you know. Not even a fake one. And it's crazy because I remember, you know, back in 9/11 and how the terrorist threats, they were escalated, and, you know, due to our involvement in wars overseas, we were having, you know, more and more threats. And it just makes you wonder, like, think about those poor people who, you know, like, they went in all in and they signed up for ISIS. And they, you know, now the work is run out. They're getting laid off. They're like, you know, we want to sign up and kill, death to America, right? And they're like, no. It's all just sort of taking care of itself. And, yeah, so, you know, yeah, I mean, but I want to join ISIS. Well, yeah, ISIS is taking care of it. We don't need that anymore. So no, you can't go to America. Anyway, there was some other stuff happening lately with what's the name? And I get into this conversation sometimes with people, and you just find yourself like, yeah, when is it going to end? You know, it's just kind of like what you guys are doing now here with me. But I mean, remember when like stupidity was just and I look at my phone a lot, but it's just a lack of information. You know, and stupidity was just a lack of information. And well, no, that wasn't it at all, because now we have more information than ever before. If you wanted this much information in 2003, you'd have to go around your neighborhood and kick open the door. What do your kids look like? How does your wife feel about climate change? What are you eating for dinner? But, you know, anyway, I think I've been here too long. You guys stick around. There's a very good show coming up. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get home. Otherwise.
Keep it over, Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. Or as somebody on the YouTube channel called you, Tony Hawk. He's hey, you all know that's a good one. That one floated. I don't know the joke, something. Who do you think gets what they want first? The ISIS members waiting for virgins, or the ICE members waiting for their bonus? All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next comic is a person from another country. Sorry, we're not Netflix. We don't have subtitles. You're gonna have to do your best. Give it up for my friend Ivan.
I have an idea for a video game. So it's like Resident Evil, right? But all the zombies, all the monsters are all head of states of different countries. It's called President Evil. All right. Because I am an immigrant, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to talk about Argentinian politics. I'm going to talk about the Argentinian president. I'm going to share some ideas I had. Didn't you have to be smart to be a president? Didn't you have to pretend you work for the people? Again, this is Argentinian politics, so if you feel anything close to home, you know. Didn't you have to be polite, follow protocols, and make people think that, yeah, he has a plan, right? nothing happens, right? Nothing. Again, this is Argentinian politics, right? Yeah. In Argentina, we have, so here you have the White House. In Argentina, we have the Pink House. The Pink House. And Milei, when he's speaking to Trump, he sounds like a teenager talking to the hottest girl in the bar, right? What? You want me to take my left eye from the socket with a spoon? Yeah, I'll do it. Just in case you want to hold my hand? Yeah, please, come on. So when Trump goes, where should I put my white thing? Milei goes, in the pink. That was cold as ice, right? All right, good. Another thing that Milei is promoting, it's amazing, is the cure for ADHD. Yeah, he's starting to set a couple of concentration camps. Again, too close to home, right? Jesus. Let me see. Talking about presidents, not quite a president, but I think religion started with people with no ass, you know? Flat butt, completely flat butt. Yeah, because during the big flood, people were saved by Noah's Ark. Completely flat, nothing. Then 40 years in the desert, you know, a little bit exercise, you know, she got a little. Anyway, so this is going great. Presidents, yeah, why not? I think that's my opinion on politics. That's pretty much it, yeah. Anyway, so Argentina is going to hell, so if we can all shed a tear for Argentina, that would be great. Right now, please, come on. You know the phrase, "Don't cry for me, Argentina," was invented by 2 English writers, and that makes Argentina want to cry. This is amazing because while Trump wants to get Greenland, Argentina is fantasizing to get in the Falklands again. It's already the Falklands, right away. It's what the fuck is going on? Where is the world going? Where is this set going? What the fuck is this guy going? I don't know what to say, guys. I just said it, right? Yeah. Okay, that's my opinion on politics. Thank you so much.
Give it over Ivan, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I can't tell if he's really deep or if he just has a nice accent. You ever meet those people? Really? You sound like you're really thoughtful, but I think you just have to take your time when you talk. I don't know. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we not know why we gathered here today? Are we mourning something? I thought we were having a good time, assholes. I thought we were. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next comic is very fun. He's a young guy. We actually named him Baby of the Year past year. You're gonna love him. Give it up for Jackson. Bye-bye.
All right. Since it's President's Day and we're all getting political tonight, I should at least look the part. Due to laws, I have to get off stage for this part. They're just a bunch of strippers, guys. Yo. All right, let's get into this. Abe Lincoln is on the penny, and they just got rid of the penny. He'll be fine. But I think it's a little weird that the only president that freed the slaves is the only president not on a silver coin. A little racist, guys. Alright, whatever. You know, they didn't finish Mount Rushmore the way they thought. They were going to have a whole museum inside of Abe Lincoln's head. And this is true, you can look it up. They said they didn't finish the whole plans because World War II was too expensive. But the original plan was to have you enter the museum from the back of Abe Lincoln's head. I don't think they wanted to put another hole in the back of his head, guys. So, I watched the newest Predator movie the other day, and no, it was not an Epstein documentary. Oh, Epstein. The one Hitler didn't get, you know? I'm not done with that, guys. Buckle up. Why do they love lists? You know, we had Schindler's, we have Epstein's. Alright, you can take a breath. I'm done with that one now. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. So what's happening in Minnesota is really fucked up right now, right? Yes. Yeah, people are dying in the streets. That shouldn't be fucking happening. But there is a silver lining. My new girlfriend's family, most of them, lives in Minnesota. So now I have a few months of buffer before I have to meet her family. No one wants to fly there now. Come on, guys. I know it's a touchy with like cops and like federal agents and whatnot. And I don't care like what you think about anything, you know, you still flash your high beams at somebody going the other way after you pass a cop. No matter your view on cops. Which just proves that no matter how many cops you want, none of us want to talk to them. All right, guys, that's as long as I want to stay on stage with a crop top. Have a good night, guys. I'm Jackson Bayline.
Keep it going for Jackson Bayline, ladies and gentlemen. Great set and great set. It's too bad Valentine's Day just passed because he's got a cute little cherub body, doesn't he? He looks like a little Cupid. He's like skinny but somehow a little chubby. It's so cute. How do you do that? Baby of the year, one more time. Jackson Bayline, ladies and gentlemen. Or as Andre in the comments section said, Sean O'Malley's gay cousin. Hey, Andre, keep them firing. I'll keep selling them for you. Yeah, we got one viewer on YouTube that's just cooking everybody in the comment section. I'm just going to repeat it for them. So Andre, I'm your voice, buddy. It's you and me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on stage right now. Oh, also, I'm going to walk around with the tip bucket for a comic of the night, meeting them to split. Who knows? Maybe it's Jackson. Maybe it's his next one. Give it up for the very funny, the very encourageable, Mr. Shaheen Nelson.
Thank you. My name is Shane Nelson, and let's take a step back, everyone. What is a president? Like, what the F and F is a president even, right? I was thinking about that on the drive here tonight. What the F is a president? And I realized a president is just the mom or the dad of a country. Right? In most countries, they're born with their mom or their dad. They don't have a choice. That's just who they're born with. And that's how it's been for most of civilization. But recently, us, the people, We're able to choose our mom or our dad of our country. What a cool thing. Like, the first dad I ever voted for, Obama. That was the first dad I ever... And Obama's a fucking cool-ass dad to vote for. He plays basketball. He smokes cigarettes. He's black. Like, if you could vote for any dad, Obama's a cool dad to vote for. Another cool thing about voting for Obama as your dad is, guess what? Your stepmom has a dump truck now. I thought that would hit harder. The next dad I voted for was more of a grandpa dad. Yeah, I voted for Biden, grandpa dad. And he was cool, but like, have you ever met kids that are raised by their grandparents? Like, I felt like when we had grandpa dad, we started having like that weird like part of our culture come out, like the blue hair and like, I'm allergic to grass. It's like, no, you're raised by your grandparents. That's what's happening. And then when you have a bunch of nerds like that walking around, some people got upset and they're like, I hate these nerds. I need a new dad. A dad who fucks whores and, you know, like, I want to burn off my eyebrows and start a fire. And then we got Trump. There's something about that was really funny you guys are going to love. Doesn't really... I haven't hashed this joke out, but apparently I haven't hashed any of these jokes out. You know how it seems like Trump's raping our Constitution? You guys feel that? I think what happened is his hearing aids weren't working and he heard Constitution and then he just started groping it. Oh. Stop it! What the F is a president even? What if I try it again? You think it'd work? No, it wasn't. You guys are making me feel again. That's nice. Alright. I got something for you. I broke up, or me and this girl, it was a mutual breakup, and we're not going to say who did it. Now I'm curious to what you guys think. Who did it? Oh, it's funny because I'm gay. We were breaking up, and while she was crying, she said, I never even got to have you after you got strong. I've been working out for like 2 years. She's like waiting for that day. This is awesome. No, I need it. I need to feel this. Before on my drive here, I'm like, they are gonna love this mommy daddy president thing. On the drive back, I'm gonna drive on the same side of the road I came on. Jackson's flashing his lights. It's not gonna help, Jackson. I do like those people though. The people that flash their lights to let you know a cop is coming. Those are my second favorite people on the road here on Maui. My first favorite people are people that wave you in for a left-hand turn. Could you imagine taking a left-hand turn on this island without the generosity of a stranger? It's nearly impossible, which is why I am always so thankful. Whenever someone waves me in, I give them a thank you wave. I look both ways, and as I'm turning out, I give them a second thank you so much. And then I'll roll down my window, I'll throw a shaka out the window, mahalos. If I run into them later on at the grocery store, I drop down to one knee and I tell them, from this day until my last day, my life is yours. My name is Shane Nelson. That was fun.
Give it up for Shane Nelson, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to know what you were called in the comment section? A cross between Pedro Pascal and Nacho Libre. That's a tough mix. That's like a wiener dog Rottweiler. That's a tough breed. You only wish that the small one's the dad, right? That's all you can wish for. All right, who's next tonight? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest in the house. A guest comic all the way from Minnesota. They get up at Acme, which is one of the main clubs out in Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Mr. Dave Gus.
Perfect. All right, that's my time. Yeah, I am from Minnesota, which, you know, gives us a certain response a lot of times I've noticed here. And I don't know, it feels weird because I definitely think there are, you know, too many foreigners who are shitty drivers. You know, they all look the same. They got face coverings. You're just there for the benefits. Fucking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what this shirt's about. I guess it wasn't much of a surprise that, yeah, I would hate ICE being from Minnesota, which I think, is it Jackson who thinks that they don't want to go to Minnesota because of ice, but it's February. It's just, and nobody wants to go to Minnesota in February. That's why I'm here every year. So come see me a year from now here at this mic. I love this. This is so much fun to be doing it anywhere other than Minnesota right now. And it's nice to hear somebody with an accent on stage and not, you know, getting arrested. So, I mean, that's so close to true. It's scary. I didn't get into stand-up till I was in my 40s, because before that I was happy. And I didn't realize there was like a theme thing, so I got all of like one presidential joke, but I got lots about power, because, you know, I've been happily married for 17 years, and we hope one day she can be too. I think we got a really good plan. She recently showed me the level of her passion and respect. She got me a really nice, really expensive divorce. Now it's totally my fault though, and you know, no huge surprise, right? Comic's fault. I was way too immature when I got married. I was only 34. Yeah, I'll start the jokes now. Enough of my biography. We still get along great though, the kids and I. I have 3 girls, 14, 16, and 17. Definitely regret naming them that. I can never remember, was it 15 that we skipped, or 14, I don't know, but that's right. That obviously that's their ages. I don't want anybody to think, you know, that I was trying to pull one over on you and lying to you, because comedy's about truth, and my kids aren't really named that. That's their ages, and that's why, you know, some comics do a lot of self-deprecating jokes, and I'm getting way, you know, a lot better at it, but because of them. But I think I just fucked that joke up, and it's a really simple joke. So this makes sense that, okay, so some comics do a lot of self-deprecating jokes, but not me. I suck at it. See, simple joke, fuck it up. Yeah, usually like 2 people who either get it. Probably just the 2 people who think it's funny, everybody else gets it, and they're like, yeah, just keep with the self-deprecation, that was accurate. Yep. So when I first got married, she wanted to get a dog, and I'm like, I don't want to, but of course, power, right? So we got a dog. But I'm like, it has to be a sexy dog, you know, because I'm gonna end up looking like my dog. Everybody does, right? And I mean, obviously we couldn't afford that particular model. We ended up taking in an old homeless Galifianakis Skywalker mix. Yeah. Even before the beard, I looked like Galifianakis. I don't know. Oh yeah, my Trump joke. Well, Trump. So a president joke is. I do think Trump really is a fun guy. You might pronounce it fungy. Sorry, I warned you. I'm a dad, so I do a lot of stupid self-deprecating. No, I'm a dad, so I do a lot of stupid pun jokes, right? But I always regret it. Being a dad, I mean. Yeah. Oh man, I was doing an open mic recently, and these guys came up afterwards, and they're like, "You are so comfortable on stage while bombing." Thank you. Yeah. So hopefully you guys think that also. I was trying to figure out with this power thing. Like they say, you're not supposed to punch down in comedy. And I'm like, okay, I'm a straight, white, cis man. Let's assume rich. I'm in Maui right now. Camping at Oahu, but don't tell anybody that. So who do I punch down to? Like, are there any billionaires in here that I can punch up? I mean, I just fucked that up too. Wow. Like, oh, I'm on the other side of the world, so everything's backwards right now. I don't know. I was at the hospital with my first, 17, and overheard this guy say, "I threw up my back." And the other guy's like, "Well, how'd you do that?" And I was, "Well, let me put it this way. I'm 36, my girlfriend's 20. How do you think I did it?" And I thought, moving her into the dorms? So, now that I am single though, I'm on the apps, and I understand how they work now, Swipe right means I like you, left means you're too good for me. And I have had sex once now. Obviously 3 times, but since being divorced, well, phone sex once, that they know of. If you know the joy of phone sex, there's no such thing as a spam phone call. But I don't know. Maybe I'm overly sensitive, but I can't help but feel bad when a woman and I are having oral sex and she starts to gag, because I'm so bad at it. But every comic is supposed to have a masturbation joke. You can be happy to know that I don't have one. So I'm just going to go over here in the back and work one out. I'm whoever you guys really do.
Let me shake the hand before you get to work. Dave Best, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, he's from Minnesota. Give him more of a round of applause for that. A long way. Dave, would you like to know what the comment section said about you?
Absolutely.
By the way, give up our comment section. They're on fire.
Yeah.
They said they look like WWE wrestlers, Edge.
Okay.
Edge.
I'll Google them later.
Also, somebody else said that your pronouns are and What's that? That's pretty solid.
Nice,
That's pretty solid. That's
That is
Singus.
good.
Hey, thanks, Singus. Also, shout out to Dallas, Texas for Andre. Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next comic coming to the stage was last year's Roast Battle champion. I don't think he's going to be using those credits tonight, but we're just saying it to pump him up. Ladies and gentlemen, Joel Ewing.
All right, everybody. How we doing, huh? We feeling it? We feeling it? Happy President's Day. I know we've all been counting the seconds for this momentous holiday. Yeah? Is everybody in this room under the opinion that presidents are good or bad?
Good.
Good? Okay, that's foolish. Here we go. One of my favorite presidents in American history is Abraham Lincoln. And a lot of people don't know this, but he was known famously for being a very ugly man in his time. He was also known for being honest. People called him Honest Abe. A member of Congress one day called him out and accused him of being a two-faced liar. And Abe's honest response was, "You think if I had two faces, I would choose this one? I'm fucking hideous, dude." Yeah, good old honest Abe. But say what you will about him. But if it wasn't for Abe Lincoln in this country, everything would have gone south. Fuck yeah, people know history in this room, right on. I was banking on that. Oh man, yeah, things definitely would have gone south if not for Abe Lincoln. And I have to find my notes here, fuck. For those of you who don't know, Abraham Lincoln was shot in the back of the head from point blank range. Right? Isn't that mind blowing? But he did not die until 48 hours later, right? That makes me wonder, how shitty were the guns back then? You know what I mean? From point blank range? You probably would have been better off hitting him in the head with the thing. Did you see John Wilkes Booth? He's just being like, "Sic semper tyrannis!" Would have been more historic. You know, that was a joke. That was a joke about Lincoln's assassination. I thought it was worth a shot. Hey, look. If you didn't get that joke, just give it about 48 hours. It'll hit. All right, man. Bill Clinton was president, you know? You know, everybody's talking about how Donald Trump's in the Epstein files, but Bill Clinton is all over the Epstein files. And he's just hanging out in public nowadays. Anybody catch on to that? He could probably be in this room tonight. And if he was, he'd probably just be hanging out and he'd be like, "Hi. How about this island, huh? You guys have Mai Tais? Let me ask you something. You guys serve baby meat here?" All right. Hey. I didn't do it, okay? I didn't do it. I'm just trying to make light of it. Let's see. Oh, man. Andrew Jackson is another president worthy of mention. For those of you who don't know, Andrew Jackson won over 100 duels in his time. He legally killed 7 men and once beat a man nearly completely to death with his cane on the steps of the White House for insulting his wife. He was a man of principle. He had 6 bullets in his body by the time that he died. And it's always fascinating to me that the men of most principle end up being the biggest pieces of shit in human history. For those of you who don't know, Andrew Jackson was responsible for the Anti-Indigenous Peoples Act. He is the reason that Native Americans live on reservations today. And that is the reason that you cannot legally use a $20 bill in an Indian reservation. I wish I knew that. I found that out one time by going to the Harris Cherokee Casino in North Carolina, and all I had on me was about $600 in 20s. And I was like, "God damn it, Andrew Jackson. You ended up fucking over the white man in the end, you racist bastard." All right, well, my name's Joel Hewins. I'm out of here.
Joel Hewins, ladies and gentlemen. Or as the comment section calls him, 25 going on 47. Ladies and gentlemen. They couldn't tell the spread, so I just filled in the blanks. Another one from Sickness. Dude, he's climbing the charts. Keep talking shit, bro. He said this cured his depression tonight. So give it up for him. Yeah. Didn't kill yourself tonight. That's good for you. We appreciate that. Don't do it. Not tonight. Now I'm liable. Ladies and gentlemen, your next comic has been coming weekly for the past several months, and the improvement is steady and solid, and we're happy to have him back every week. He's going to crush it tonight. I feel it, ladies and gentlemen. Get up for Ed the Dread!
What's up, everybody? Let's hear it for Chino in the Paella Bay Coffee and Bar. Take your wait staff.
President's Day. Yeah, the last 2 times the president was elected, I lit my ballot on fire and then sparked a blunt off that motherfucker. That's how much I care about presidents. All right, my daddy white, but the forefathers ain't related to me, motherfuckers. When I was in high school, my soccer coach was the history teacher, so I paid attention. We're gonna have presidential trivia tonight. Are y'all ready? Okay, first question. Who was the commanding general of the Union Army when they won the Civil War? Ulysses S. Grant. Very good. Does anyone know what the S in his name stands for?
Slytherin.
No, not Slytherin. Not son of a bitch. That's pretty good. It actually should stand for sucker because, like most politicians, it means nothing. Or stands for nothing, should I say. Yeah, I fucked that one up just like Homeboy 2 ago. Woo! Practiced, you know? Let's see, next question. In presidential chronological order, what place does Abe Lincoln fall?
16.
16! Very good, that's fucking good. I thought that he was like top 5, you know, 1 through 5, the great emancipator. I couldn't believe that it took 16 of those motherfuckers to free the slaves. The fuck kind of shit? I'm wondering how we don't know that Abe Lincoln wasn't black.
We don't know.
He was on the penny. Straight disrespect, right? He was a Republican that freed the slaves. The motherfucker was tall enough to be an NBA center. Right? And he got capped in the head by a walk-by shooting. Sounds black as hell to me. I don't fucking know. God damn. Imagine if Trump finds out, this fucking dumb fucker finds out that the guy that freed the slaves was a Republican. That motherfucker would have a conniption. Fake news. Fake fucking news. I seen the pictures. Fucking immigrant. Omarosa. Fuck me, dude. Let's see. Next question. Chino may have touched on this earlier. Who was the fattest president that we ever had?
Van Buren.
Fuck no, Chino already told y'all. Taft, William Taft. Holy shit, that guy was so fucking big, they had to move a 1,000-pound tub into the White House for him. I'm a rapper slash poet, so I flipped an old nursery rhyme for that motherfucker. Y'all ready to hear it?
Yeah.
William Taft had a big fat ass. William Taft got stuck in the bath. They brought a crane and a bunch of men to get a tub in the White House that his fat ass could fit in. I am Ed the Dread, and that's my time, y'all.
I gotta read the comment section, hold on.
Fuck you before it even happens.
And the Dread, ladies and gentlemen.
Nothing?
No, he didn't say anything about you, he just said he wasn't gonna kill himself tonight. So that's good, that's good. That's good, we saved another one tonight. See you next Monday, kid. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next comedian comes from Iraq. I can't wait to hear what he has to say about presidents. Give it up for our friend, Bashar!
Keep it going for Chino, guys. You are safe. You don't have to worry. I do come from Iraq, but I've been in Mali for the last 13 years, so I've mellowed out a little bit. No, I'm friendly. We do have presidents too, or as we call them, or as you guys call them, dictators. All right, they kind of just, the kind of president, they just never go away. Like you end up, like you go through your whole childhood and adulthood, and then the same dude's still the president. Like, shit. You know, but you guys kind of had the two Bushes, I guess. It's the dynasty. You get the same dynasty running the show anyways. They just... Okay. Now, just to be clear, I am a citizen of this country now. So I've been screened. Okay, I've gone. Thank you. Appreciate it. Are you Arab by any chance? Okay, that's all right. You look like you can be, but I appreciate that clap. I appreciate that clap. I take any clap. Yeah, but all right. Wow, you guys are awesome. Yeah, what do I think, presidents? I don't really remember that many since I moved here. Or actually, when the news was happening, was Bush, the daddy Bush that came in, and then you know, I found out about him from bombing us. I was like, who was bombing us? and that was explained to me. You look very concerned. That happened a long time ago. I'm okay now. I've worked out the trauma. You know, and then you got Obama, and we're like, oh shit, we got a Muslim in the house. Huh? And that dude was bombing the shit out of Muslims. He was. He bombed the fuck out of Muslims. So, and now we got Trump, and he's talking about Greenland. I was like, okay, let's hear him out. Finally, some president talking about taking over some white folks' land. I was like, you know, let's give him a chance. No, I'm all for it. I'm all for whatever is going on, you know. I'm just happy that I don't get deported, really. You know, I am a citizen, but people get deported regardless. So I keep my opinions to myself for the most part. But yeah, I grew up with Saddam Hussein. So just yeah, people don't know how to feel about him. He was just a low-level dictator, you know, from back then. There's actually a good, and this is just becoming a public service announcement. There's a good Netflix documentary that talks about how to become a dictator. It just shows you the pattern of how these guys just kind of come along. But the fun dictator that we had on the other side was Gaddafi, which he had all of his guards are females.
Yeah.
All right. Now you know what happened to Gaddafi, right? That motherfucker got stomped. Okay. So, okay. I can't reel myself back from this. No, I mean, we had another incident just recently. You know, our president got shot, and again. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this. There's a lot of tough ladies out there, and she approves that. No, I'm not that bad. We're actually all for women's rights in Iraq. You know, I get to help 4 women at a time instead of just being there for 1 woman. So that's how much we love women. We can't get enough just of one. Right? And this is kind of a, appreciate it. It is kind of a misconception. I was actually talking to my dad. I was like, because my dad is still in Iraq. I was like, hey, you know what people think out here? They think we all over there like marrying 4 wives and walking around, and we just kind of giggled. We don't. Nobody can afford them. Nobody can. I love my mom, just to let you guys know. All right, guys, you've been very tolerant. Thank you very much, Bashar.
Keep it over Bashar, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, he broke 2 sanctions to be here. You give it up for him, everyone. All right. They stopped commenting. They either fell asleep or got abducted by ICE. I knew it. We had too much support in one spot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce the next comic, I unfortunately just got requested to do a bit that I don't like doing. Local Trump. Do you guys want to hear local Trump or not?
Yeah.
I need more overwhelming. Do you want to hear local Trump or not? All right. I will begrudgingly do it because I hate doing this. What you fuckers? What you fuckers? You think you run things? You don't run things, bro. I run this gulch. Me and JD Vance over here, we run this gulch. Your dogs, they don't even catch pig, bro. They don't even catch pig. Lip dick, you fuckers. That's you. See, it loses steam. I felt the same way. That's local Trump. There you go. Fucking hate it. I hate it. It combines the thing I love and the thing I hate. I hate it together. It's like peanut butter and fish. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next comic, always controversial. I feel like tonight's his night. I feel like tonight is the night his humor is most welcome. Get up for Mr. Jimbo!
Let's keep going. Yo, all right. Bashar, great set, Bashar. Me and Bashar, we go way back. We're closer than everyone thinks. I'm from Cleveland. Okay. Now I grew up thinking I was from the Midwest. Any Midwesterners out there? Hell yeah, big table of Midwest. Howdy. Whatever. I'm from Cleveland, and I always thought I was from the Midwest too until I met my girlfriend, who is from Minnesota also. She's like, Jim, Ohio's not the Midwest. I was like, huh? I'm a Midwesterner. And then I thought about it and I realized she's right. Ohio's not the Midwest. And I looked at a map and I really realized what we are. Now we can't say it here in America, but I'm gonna say it tonight. I'm Middle Eastern. Love you, brother. Happy President's Day, everybody. Now I'm not one to get political. But I'll do it. I'll do it. President's Day is actually George Washington's birthday. But it's not. Like, we celebrate it on Monday, but it's the 22nd of February. How many of you guys knew that? Sick. I got 4 people that know history in here. I know that Joel's joke was not a good test of who knew history. I was like, I want to find out. Well, it's George Washington's birthday. And the more I look into George Washington, I think it was John that said earlier about all the things we know about George Washington, right? He had the wooden teeth, he cut down the cherry tree, and he never told a lie. I think George Washington's a great example of why we really need to pay attention, that the truthful history is recorded. Right? That happened so long ago that we taught all of our kids that George Washington never told a lie. And I just envision that, what if George Washington was like exactly like Trump? The redcoats are saying I'm lying. I'm not lying, they're lying. Never told a lie. I'm the best president ever. I'm the only president ever. I'm the first president ever. You want me a third time? Not enough. I don't know. It's weird. I also think you know that presidents age faster when they're in office. We know this is a fact, right? If you look at them pictures side by side, we've all seen this. Obama came in looking like Denzel Washington. He left looking like Morgan Freeman. Yeah. Joe Biden came in looking like a crazy old grandpa. He left looking like the crypt keeper. Like, what's worse than crazy old grandpa? How could he age more if that's how? And then Trump came in orange as hell. And I hope he fucking leaves in orange too. That's the color of the body bag, by the way. He doesn't deserve jail. I don't know. I'll take a break from a little bit of politics and I'll say, I hate my neighbor.
Fuck yeah.
I hate my neighbor.
Fuck that guy.
My neighbor was making a bunch of fucking noise yesterday, and my dog wouldn't stop barking at him. He was going crazy. So I ran out there, and I smacked him on his bare ass. And I said, shut the fuck up. And it was really weird because he pissed everywhere. So sad. But as soon as he stopped making noise, my dog stopped barking. So. Hate my neighbor. My neighbor's here tonight. That's not true. If you're paying attention at all, you saw like the latest Epstein, not the worst, the latest. I'm in the know. There's the company called Life Touch that takes all the pictures for all the middle school and grade school kids. You guys are shaking your head, you know, you put your kids through this trauma too. And you know, they're found to be conspiring with Epstein, that they use the pictures to, like, you know, scout ahead of time and stuff like that. And I want to know, like, who didn't see that a company called Life Touch taking pictures of our kids was fucking creepy, right? The company that sent either a 350-pound slob or a middle-aged bald guy with glasses to take your picture, going, yes, just like that. And that wasn't even the most red flag. Did you guys ever notice, parents, that they weren't even upset if you didn't buy the pictures? That should have been a tell right there. What kind of business runs on, oh, it's okay, we'll just keep them. I have one closer for you. Oh, and then I just want to state this, that there have been, does anybody know how many presidents have died in office? 8.
Yeah.
There's 8.
Hey.
4 natural causes and 4 assassinations. My name is Jimbo. Give it up for Chino.
Give it over Jimbo, ladies and gentlemen. Did you know that there's been 26 deaths of ICE agents? 19 were cancer. 19 were COVID, 3 were cancer. 1 was a firearm discharge on themselves, and the other one died of a heart attack while chasing an immigrant. These are just stats. I don't know what to do with them. I'm putting them in your hands. All right. We have 5 more comics left. Guys, give it up for yourselves, having been through the most...
I got cancer on the way out.
Hey, come on. Is this the kind of round of applause you give for yourself? You don't love yourselves? You're a wonderful audience. You should love yourselves. Give it up for the staff, the crew, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe kicking ass tonight, making sure everybody gets food and drink. We got 5 more comics left, and then we're going to call it night. You guys ready for this home stretch? Let's get it going. No? No, absolutely not. Ladies and gentlemen, your next comedian, well, I don't know how else to introduce him. He is the Musubi of comedy. We love him, Mr. Chuck Something!
Turn the mic down.
Yeah, baby. Also, sweet Garfield shirt. Everybody, give it up for the sweetest of the Garfield shirts. Did you turn my mic down? Oh, Lord. So, Valentine's Day, am I right? And then yesterday was International Couch Day. Today should be Vice President's Day. Oh my God. I skipped my haircut this month, which is terrible, because if I get stung like a bee, I'm gonna look exactly like J.D. Vance meme. It's good. It's great. I like fucking my Indian wife over. There's a lot. We got good. Give it up for where in the world is Robin San Diego? Oh, never mind. Okay. President's Day. That's right. Oh, okay. We're here to talk about presidents. Guys, I served in the Middle East, and they are terrible tippers. But when it comes to the Middle East, the struggle is real. Some say that joke's a little blue, I say it's a little white and blue. We're here to talk about presidents, and I'm just as angry about presidents as you. I think we can all agree that the worst president is the president of my homeowners association. Fuck homeowners association, man. It is like the least Hawaiian thing. It's like when you get a bike and you're like, cool, I got a bike, and then your parents bring out like training wheels. I own a home, but not so much. My homeowners association took 6 pictures of my sunshade and sent it to me to tell me it wasn't the right color. And they used black and white photos. And I went to them, I was like, oh, please, Brian Puckett, can I get this sun awning from the Home Depot? Did you fill out your paperwork? I did. Okay. And then 6 weeks later, I got this fucking, like, they also, like, what is their digital camera from, like, 2002? Grow the fuck up. And I got cited for not obeying a community issue. And if I didn't replace the awning in 2 weeks, they would fine me $50 a day because I got a khaki sunshade from Home Depot and not an oatmeal sunshade from Home Depot. What the fuck type of Quaker Oats color is that bullshit? Fucking unbelievable. Also, did you guys know you're supposed to replace sponges every month? You're in collusion with the missus. You're supposed to replace your pillows too. I thought you just get a pillow at 14 and jizz in it forever. And then this blew me away. Did you guys know you're supposed to pick up your dog's shit? It's gross, dude. I feed that shit everything. Even if your dog shits next to the guy that double parks his Hummer but takes Ubers. Fucking hate that guy. So my HOA, man, these fucking fascists, they want to DNA test my dog because somebody's not picking up their dog shit. I know, I thought the same thing you did. Fucking immigrants, right? And so I learned something new every day, you know? You're supposed to change pillowcases out, you're supposed to change sponges out, you're supposed to pick up after yourself. This is all crazy. So I'm almost 40, I get a lot of targeted advertising for Cologuard. You guys know what Cologuard is? It's when you shit in a box and they tell you you have cancer. It's great. You don't use FedEx, you gotta use UPS. And so I'm like, great, I hate the president of my homeowners association. By the way, you can't spell Howley without HOA. They have no breath, dude. I didn't take my garbage out one time, and they sent pictures of my garbage saying I was blocking an egress. I thought an egress was a type of bird. And then they mailed it to my landlord, AKA my wife. So anyway, I shit in a box and I gave it to my homeowners association. And he's like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, it's for the DNA testing for you Nazis. And he's like, we use a Q-tip and swab your dog's mouth. You don't have your dog shit in a box. And I was like, right, dog. And he's like, I'm like, hold on, you use a Q-tip? He's like, yeah, I use a Q-tip. I'm like, I thought those were for your ears. You're not supposed to Q-tip your ears. Holy shit, dude, I learned something new every day. Give it up for President's Day, everybody.
All right. I don't see Clyde, where you at? Where you at? Clyde, you here? Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, Clyde, you'll be up when you claim your spot. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I already have him prepped, ready to go, because I knew Clyde was in the room. Give it up for Mr. Internet Jax.
Thank you, Gino. Since you guys loved my set so much last week, we're going to get even more political this time. Talking about some great ancient societies that really works great. One of my favorites being the Native Hawaiians. They had a strong sense of national pride. They took care of each other and did everything that they could to promote social welfare. And so they're honorary National Socialists. Too bad they were letting all the immigrants in, and look what happened. Me. So presidents. People asked me, I was at the bar the other night, and I was chatting up with some ladies. They're like, did you vote for Donald Trump or did you vote for Kamala? It's like, all right, obviously it's a Jewish puppet show. So am I going to vote for Donald J. Trump or baby killer Kamala? Obviously, you got to kiss the wall if you want to succeed in America. Material. Oh yeah, another one of the. I don't agree with all of his policies. Actually, most of them I don't because I'm like middle of the road. Especially the one where he banned all the trannies from the military. Like, I mean, that's the worst possible thing you could do. One, they're incredibly mean, very violent, great at shooting people, and the number one enemy of is radical Islamic terrorism. Like, okay, let's go back to the greatest military force of all time, the Third Reich of Germany. What did they do? Blitzkrieg, right? Pumped them up full of meth, sent them in, and they moved through the Allied forces really quickly. Well, what better way to strike fear into the people that are throwing homosexuals off roofs than to send a bunch of dudes dressed up in dresses, pumped up, full of testosterone and drugs, to just gun them down willy-nilly? Not only is it fear of death, it's fear of what else could happen after that. But yeah, so go back to politics since, you know, clearly judging from the kind of reactions you guys, we're all on the same page. Back in the day, I was at the food stamp office getting my food stamp card renewed. And I was like, you know what? How can I get more money from the government and fellow taxpayers? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run for city council. So I went into the office and I was like, hey, I want to be a city council member for Haiku, because that's where I was living at the time. And they're like, well, do you have proof of address? Like, I live in my car. And they're like, oh, okay, well, you have to live in a home in order to be a part of city council. Absolute fascism. Then I was like, well, what about being the governor? And they're like, well, no, you don't actually have to have proof of residency for that, so yeah. Maybe when I move back, I might be running for governor. I'll give you guys a little bit of my policy, just so you know who you're voting for. First things first, no more taxes, okay? How are we gonna do that? Just put a bunch of tariffs on all the other countries, say if you don't do it, we push the button, we blow you up. Also, we have to protect America from terrorism. What's the best way to do that? Israel travel ban. No more World War II, no more JFK assassination, no more Jeffrey Epstein. None of the problems. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you guys been paying attention to this. They recently found out that his Fortnite account was active within 48 hours of him allegedly killing himself, active in Tel Aviv, Israel. Interesting stuff. Didn't surprise me at all, and kind of makes me think. I think I got killed by Jeffrey Epstein when I was playing Fortnite one time. How embarrassing. Let's see. Well, looks like that bomb hat's gonna be coming to someone. Probably not me. Let's see. Oh yeah, I used to be like really liberal until I like went around and lived in the world and saw how retarded people were. But, you know, I'm not a total right-wing nut job, very in the middle. And so I don't agree with what ICE is doing. Like, they're all just focusing, they're just like, oh yeah, we're working really hard in Minnesota. Like, this is not what you promised us. They're killing liberal people in the streets. What a tragedy. Have a nice night, guys.
And that's what happens when you give Redden a microphone. One more time for Internet Jax. That's where he comes from, the internet. Hey, YouTube comment section, you guys need to pick your shit up, because that guy just got up here on stage. You didn't say shit. What's going on with weirdos? All right. Clyde, did he come back? All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your next comic, the elusive, the effervescence. I'm just looking for adjectives. Ladies and gentlemen, give her Mr. E.
Thank you. Keep going for Chino, everybody. I just pours for everybody here, Paille Bay Coffee Bar. What a fun Monday night.
I know not all of you know me, but I'm gonna shock some of you. It's kind of crazy. I mean, maybe more than usual. I don't know, maybe not. It's kind of weird. All right, I'm gonna do it. In honor of President's Day, I decided to explore male pattern baldness.
Whoa! Oh shit! What the fuck you do that for?
It's Dave Matthews.
Holy shit!
I almost didn't come on tonight because I was like, shit, maybe I could go a week or even two without 100 people shaking my hand while I'm trying to dance, but I can't. I'm too much wheel to not show myself, so here I am exploring male pattern baldness. Why did I do it? Well, first, my last haircut, I don't need clap from you, thanks. First, that was 10 years worth of emotions and spirit and growth and learning and lessons, and 10 years is enough to shed off. Another thing, you know, I was like, am I kind of locking myself in the abyss by holding attachment to past concepts, old armors and things, and those aren't even really relevant anymore? Let's find out, you know? So here I am in my new look. Two big advantages. I can wash my hair at night without waking up on a moldy pillow. That's great. I do like that part. And I know, I feel 10 times lighter and 10 times cleaner even. I have been glued to the toilet more than ever. I didn't know dreadlocks made me so full of shit. Maybe not everybody, but who knows? Man, I do like beautiful female friends running their fingers through my soft hair now. That's pretty sweet. Now I just gotta find some willing participants. It's out there. Let me hold on. It's out there. I've seen it.
It's out
there. Interesting presidential facts. There are more African Americans with the last name of Jackson than any other presidential last name. It's just true. I don't know if this is completely true, but I heard it a lot and there's some discretion. Some say that Jackson had the most amount of slaves. Some say that it was actually Lincoln. True story. I used to hear that in high school. But, you know, the truth about the presidents is the only one that didn't really lie to us and gave a fuck to was Roosevelt. He got 4 rounds and the bankers were like, fuck you. You're out. You want to give more money to who? Get the fuck out of here. What do you think we made money to give it to people? No, we made money to commodify people, assholes. So he got out. And then Kennedy tried to fix it. So they shot him in front of everyone. And it's just like, who really believes we had a real president since Kennedy? I used to think the worst insult I could call somebody was son of a biker. And don't get me wrong, I know some cool bikers, but the big difference between a biker and their son is a biker actually goes out and does stuff. They help people out, they do things, they put some work in, they put some time into whatever community they identify with. Their son, on the other hand, is one of two things. Either they didn't have a dad, or their dad had a lot of status, and every time their son went and did something stupid, dad would cover for him and make it right. How many times can you go and cover someone's tracks before they feel too invincible to be realistic? I've encountered both, so for years, the meanest thing I would call anyone was son of a biker until recently when I started using president-elect instead. But I guess I've been enough of a president tonight, so I'm going to give it back to you, everyone. Have a great night. Once again, I'm Mystery.
Solid set for Mystery. Keep it going, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that head, my boy.
The top half of his head can get a job. We're almost there. We will tame this wild beast yet. Never. Never. Nice haircut. You look nice. I won't make fun of male pattern baldness because I'm on the other end of the spectrum. Let's see. Where's Clyde? Clyde, are you here yet? Did you come back? Are we going to get a Clyde appearance tonight? He advertised it as his return to comedy. He wrote his name on the list as Clyde the Comedian. That's a bold. That's a bold thing to do, by the way. I'm not Chino the comedian.
There's a list.
I'm just Chino. I'm like
Oh
Madonna.
my God.
All right, nope. Final call for Clyde. Gold on one. Jimmy Jaw.
Going on one.
The
Yo.
Universe. I'm calling all those names.
Fucking Tim Mason.
All right. In that case, Dub, are you ready?
Yeah.
Where's Dub at?
Dog.
Dub, you ready? Come on up here. All right, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for being such a good audience tonight. Give yourselves one more round of applause. I thought this night was going to be way harder than it was. You guys were great all night long. If anybody tells you otherwise, tell them to eat shit. All right, Dub is going to play us a little music, and then we're going to call it night. You guys ready for the end? Does anybody else out there want to try comedy tonight? No, it needs self-consent. We can't volunteer others. That's not how this works. This isn't Epstein Island. We need. You want to come up? He's gonna give a quick shot. We got a participant. Dub, go ahead and set up. He's gonna do a quick set. What's your name, friend?
I don't know if I can do a full set.
All right, hey.
I just have like a couple jokes.
Sure.
It's quite contrary to what everybody said. Abraham Lincoln, he maybe got shot in the back of the head, but did you know that Abraham Lincoln was a Jew?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Did you know Abraham Lincoln was actually a Jew? Yeah, he got shot in the temple.
Okay.
Let's see here if I can get another joke here. I don't know if I can do this here.
Ooh, it is live on YouTube.
Oh no! I didn't know I stepped into this. How hot is it? How hot is it?
How hot is it?
It's a good thing I could use ice up here right now. I cut my own hair. Thank you very much. Let's see what else. I mean, I have other jokes, but that's not presidential jokes.
Sure. Wing one at us. Go ahead.
Right, so this guy walks into a bar. He's out of town. This lady comes up to him in a hot red dress. She's like, "Hey, you're pretty cute. I want to have sex with you later." And he's like, "All right. Well, I'm maybe into it." And she's like, "Well, I'm only into kinky sex." And he's like, "All right. Well, I can do kinky." She's like, "Cool." So they go back up to his room and they're doing missionary style hole for tonight. And they get done. She's like, "Well, that was really great, but we didn't do anything kinky." And he's like, "Well, you didn't?" "I did. I shit in your purse." Let's see here.
You guys.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't do comedy.
That's fine.
But I do have a lot of jokes. I gotta remember some.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. My beard? Thank you. I appreciate that. I need something. I need something to go off of. I need something.
Some of the boots.
The boots? Cowboy boots? Oh, okay, thank you, yeah. Actually, so there's this cowboy. He gets caught by a bunch of Indians. And he gets caught by a bunch of Indians. They're like, "We're gonna, scalp you and kill you. You're dead." And he's like, "Oh, dang it. But before we do, we're gonna grant you 3 wishes." And he's like, "All right. Well, can I talk to my horse?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't know." So they tie him up, let him go up to his horse. He whispers in the horse's ear, and the horse takes off, comes back with a naked redhead. And he's like, "Sweet," takes her into the teepee. Next morning, the Indians are like, "Well, what's your second wish?" He's like, "I wish to speak to my horse." And the Indians are catching on. They're like, "All right, I get it, So he whispers in the horse's ear. Horse takes off, comes back with a beautiful brunette naked on his back, and takes her into the teepee. The next day, the Indians are like, we know, you want to talk to your freaking horse." So he goes up and whispers in the horse's ear, and the horse takes off, comes back with a beautiful blonde naked on his back. He's like, comes up to the horse, he's like, "You stupid motherfucker." Slaps her right in the face. "You stupid motherfucker. I said posse."
What was your name? Quincy. Hey, give it over, Quincy. He's what you call a controlled variable in science, okay? That's the test subject. That's the normal variable that you compare all other performances to. You see how hard comedy is, friends? That's what you saw tonight. You saw a bunch of people walking the tightrope. I'm gonna walk around and get your votes for the comic of the night. I'm gonna go give the audience member of the night their hot sauce. And Dove, you wanna bring us on home real quick? Yeah, Dove! Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the closing act of every night, Mr. Dove.
Chino, is it okay if I give you something to worry about?
Why not?
Well, I mean, there were so many times when, like, I haven't had enough time to do what I wanted to do, but there's a lot more time tonight.
I mean, you're not gonna get the whole time, but
Not gonna what?
you'll get some extra time. You're not gonna get. This isn't Woodstock.
When Chino was giving quiet. When Chino was giving the introduction, before the actual introduction, like you're giving like, in 7 minutes we're gonna start, something like that, he was kind of describing what was going on. He said it's President's Day, you can talk about presidents or you can talk about people in power. And I came up to tell him, you know, a description of someone who's in power, but he didn't want to hear it right then, so I told him afterwards. He said, oh, okay, you can tell him when you get up here. You know, someone who's getting electrocuted is someone who's in power. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
How many people here approve of casual sex? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Got 2 fingers. Is that what you 2 fingers?
2 fingers.
I did this joke, I don't know, a year ago when we were doing this thing over at Story. And the joke was, if you fist somebody and you're a pacifist, do they not feel it? And this guy was sitting right there, like about where Jackson is, and he said, wait a minute. And he took his hat off and said, that was a good joke. So anyway, getting back to casual sex, there is no such thing as casual sex. Sex is too potent to be casual. And even if you're doing it with someone, sex creates bonds, and if you're doing it with someone you shouldn't be bonded to, you're in trouble, because the bonds are there. So anyway, I give a little story about that. It's about this woman I know from the community here. She came up to me the other day, she said to me, Dove, I want to fuck you. And I said, why? And she said, well, I'm horny and you look good. I said, okay, well, what if the sex, lovemaking, whatever you want to call it, is good enough that we start feeling feelings of love? And so we want to do it more, we do it more, and that goes on for a while, more sex, more feelings of love, until one day, because she's known me for so long, and just as a friend, she remembers there's something about me that she doesn't really like. And now she's not so sure she wants to do it anymore. I go, hold on, wait a second. I know, we can go to therapy together, and we can work and learn to become different people that matches the other person. So like, I'm gonna change to match you, and you're gonna, oh, wait a second, we're both changing, what do we, you know, I'm just gonna go jerk off. So that was one sample of that. And then I wrote a song about the same thing. I don't wish to get too close to just anybody. I don't wanna feel like I'm stuck. Though it can feel real good getting close to somebody. Getting too close can get you fucked, and I don't mean in the pleasurable way. Maybe it's not clear what I'm saying. I'm talking about that word spelled G-O-O. And if I get too close, but I'm not staying, there may be no place good left to go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Thank you. Coconut, that was great. Not there.
Yeah, it can feel real good when you're playing, fucking around with someone you don't really know. And if you get too close, well, I'm just saying, there may be no place good left to go. I've been down that road too many times before. Next time I'm just walking out the door, 'cause I don't wish to get too close to just anybody. I don't wanna feel like I'm stuck. Though it can feel real good getting close to somebody. This time I'm walking out before we fuck.
Yeah!
Thank you. Hope this has been educational for you. Where are we at, Gino? Gino!
You need to lay that track. Why isn't that track out
He
on
didn't have,
Spotify?
I'm just wondering how much more time there is.
Why isn't that track out on all streaming platforms?
No, we got it.
We're out of time, okay. Give a hand, I'd like to welcome up to the stage. He's here to,
Hey, Dub, you just got a request.
I just got a request.
Do a quick version of your Total Eclipse.
Oh, well, that one, okay. Here's a parody I made up. I grew up in New York, by the way.
That's
One
one.
day. It's a parody of a Bonnie Tyler tune. Turn around, up against the wall, put your hands above your head, spread your feet, now get down on the ground, on the ground. Don't shout and make a move, I'll kick your ass, I'll kick you fast, so fast you won't have time to wonder how. Not a sound, you slowly in your pocket, take your wallet out, you watch your jewels, your chains, your keys, your money to keep laying down. I'm leaving now, keep laying down, don't make a move, don't turn your head, count to 100 or you're dead. Turn around, wise guy. Every weekend when I leave my job, wise guy. Every Friday night I'm getting robbed. Anything that I know better than to walk home all alone, wearing fur, gold chains and leather, drinking beer and very stoned, hanging out where I should never. As I walk and talk to every single person that I meet on the street, giving out my private number to everybody I meet. Well, I've been going home with strangers, using subway jobs at night. I'll take any drug you give me if you say it's alright. Amazing I'm still alive. Hey buddy, can you spare a $5? Please help me till the cops arrive. Once upon a time I was high on my life, now I'm getting mugged in the park. What else can I do? I'll have to move out of New York. Nothing I can do, living my life in New York. Thank you.
There you go, Doug. We're taking coverage. There you go. Give him a round. Yeah, I just pulled it from the tip bucket because you took a request. And I appreciate it. Thank you, Doug.
Oh, thank you.
Your time is up. Sorry, though. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for all the comedians you heard tonight. Give it up for everything you heard. You guys are a wonderful audience. You've been fantastic. You're a wonderful audience. Fantastic. Wow, really good. I've been in a lot of audiences, and you're the best one I've ever shot in front of. Comedian of the night, Jackson Babine, Nipple Boy. Mr. Messenger himself. It took bravery, and we will reward that. Audience members of the night, thank you for joining us over there. Alexis, you're always one of the audience members tonight. Thank you for gifting us chocolate. Anytime you want hot sauce, let me know. But where are you guys from? Are you guys from Minnesota as well? Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you for visiting us. Tell people of our kindness. Tell people that we're good people out here. Tell people that we're very good people. We're the best people. Some might say, I would say, we're the best. You guys, you're wonderful. I hope you had a good time tonight. If you had a good time, say yeah. Yeah! Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. I never got to be a rapper or anything. That felt good. If you had a good time, please tell your friends. If you didn't, shut your fucking mouth. We don't need rumors. We'll see you next Monday. I won't tell the theme until the day of. We'll see you then. Have a great night. Get home safe. Bye!
Go outside and smoke some weed about it.
Oh, shit. So let's see where
Where's that fucking guy here talking about, oh, it's
and I take rides.
It's like, oh,
I did watch it.